Hello, this video will provide a brief introduction to online mob programming. Before we begin, let's review the roles in a mob programming session. The driver is responsible for making changes to the code. The navigator is responsible for making decisions about what to do next. The mob is there to provide input to the navigator, as well as to think about solutions to potential upcoming problems. For your online mob programming session, you will be using Cloud9, a cloud-based IDE that lets you write, run, and debug your code collaboratively. There are four main parts to the Cloud9 interface. The navigation area is where you can navigate between different files which are a part of your project. The code and test window shows the source code of the current project. This is where you can make changes to the tests and code. Cloud9 allows everyone in the session to make changes to the code. However, during mob programming, changes should only be made by the team member in the driver role. You'll have to work together with your team members to coordinate to make sure that the driver is the one making the changes to the code. Remember, the roles will rotate, and so different team members will have the opportunity to be the driver throughout the session. The terminal window provides a command line where you can execute the code. The chat is how you will be communicating with the other participants. Here, you will also be receiving messages from the online mob programming bot. Now, we will demo some of the interactions from an online mob programming session. You start your session with a description of the task. You will also be given some scaffolding code, as well as an example unit test. At the beginning of the session, the team members will get to know each other and take a few minutes to read the description of the task. The bot will tell you who is starting in which role, and when to begin. To begin, the navigator should start by leading a discussion of how to begin solving the problem. Remember, mob programming works best when using test-driven development, so the first step should be to write a failing test. Once the navigator feels the group has reached a consensus about what to do first, they should instruct the driver to begin writing that test. No one should write any code until this happens. At some point, the bot will let you know that it is time to rotate roles. The default rotation is that the navigator becomes the driver. At some point, the bot will let you know that it is time to rotate roles, as well as which participant should be in which new role. Once a new person assumes the role of navigator, they resume the discussion of what to do next. If there are a failing test, they decide how to write code to make it pass, and if all the tests are passing, they decide what is the next test that should be written. Your mob programming session will be finished when you either complete the task or run out of time. You will then turn in what you have accomplished, and you will have completed your online mob programming session.